Don't be long about it. Will you be so good?" So imperturbable was the air with which he gravely bent his work that Riderhood remained staring at him, without having found a retort, until he had rowed past a line of wooden objects by the weir, which showed like huge teetotums standing at rest in the water, and was almost hidden by the drooping boughs on the left bank, as he rowed away, keeping out of the opposing current. It being then too late to retort with any effect, if that should ever have been done, the honest man confined himself to cursing and growling in a grim undertone. Having then got his gates shut, he crossed back by his plank-block bridge to the towing-path side of the river. If in so doing he took another glance at the bargeman, he did it by stealth. He cast himself on the grass by the lock side in an indolent way, with his back in that direction, and, having gathered a few blades, fell to chewing them. The dip of Eugene Raeburn's sculls had become hardly audible in his ears when the bargeman passed him, putting the utmost width that he could between them, and keeping under the hedge. Then Riderhood sat up and took a long look at his figure, and then cried, "Aye, aye, lock, oh, lock, Plashwater Weir Mill Lock." The bargeman stopped and looked back. "Plashwater Weir Mill Lock, t'otherest governor," cried Mr. Riderhood, with his hands to his mouth. The bargeman turned back. Approaching nearer and nearer, the bargeman became Bradley Headstone in rough waterside second-hand clothing. "Wish I may die," said Riderhood, smiting his right leg and laughing as he sat on the grass. "If you ain't a-been an imitating me, t'otherest governor, never thought myself so good-looking afore." Truly, Bradley Headstone had taken careful note of the honest man's dress in the course of that night walk they had had together. He must have committed it to memory and slowly got it by heart. It was exactly reproduced in the dress he now wore, and whereas in his own schoolmaster clothes he usually looked as if they were the clothes of some other man, he now looked in the clothes of some other man or men as if they were his own. "This is your lock?" said Bradley, whose surprise had a genuine air. "They told me, where I last inquired, it was the third I should come to. This is only the second." "It's my belief, governor," returned Riderhood, with a wink and a shake of his head, "that you've dropped one in your counting. It ain't locks as you've been giving your mind to. No, no." As he expressively jerked his pointing finger in the direction the boat had taken, a flush of impatience mounted into Bradley's face, and he looked anxiously up the river. "It ain't locks as you've been a-reckoning up," said Riderhood, when the schoolmaster's eyes came back again. "No, no. What other calculations do you suppose I've been occupied with? Mathematics?" "I never heard it called that. It's a long word for it. Howsoever, perhaps you call it so," said Riderhood, stubbornly chewing his grass. "It what?" "I'll say 'em instead of it if you like," was the coolly growled reply. "It's safer talk, too." "What do you mean that I should understand by them?" "Spites, affronts, offences, give and took, deadly aggravations, such like," answered Riderhood. Do what Bradley Headstone would, he could not keep that former flush of impatience out of his face, or so master his eyes as to prevent their again looking anxiously up the river. "Ah, don't be afeard, t'otherest," said Riderhood. "The t'other got to make way agin the stream, and he takes it easy. You can soon come up with him. But what's the good of saying that to you? You know how far you could have outwalked him betwixt anywheres about where he lost the tide, say Richmond and this, if you had a mind to it." "You think I've been following him?" said Bradley. "I know you have," said Riderhood. "Well, I have, Bradley admitted. "But," with another anxious look up the river, "he may land." "Easy you, he won't be lost if he does land," said Riderhood. "He must leave his boat behind him. He can't make a bundle or a parcel on it and carry it ashore with him under his arm." "He was speaking to you just now," said Bradley, kneeling on one knee on the grass beside the lock-keeper. "What did he say?" "Cheek," said Riderhood. "What?" "Cheek," repeated Riderhood with an angry oath. "Cheek is what he said. He can't say nothing but cheek."